Welcome back, everybody, and this is the interview portion of the podcast for Invisible Culture. And the idea behind the interview segment is to put a name and a face to the oil industry. And so today, I have with us is a gentleman named Derrick Lyons. He works in the oil industry. So why don't we go ahead and welcome him to the show. Why don't you come on in, Derrick? Pull up a chair.
How's it going?
Good, man. All right. Welcome on board. So the first thing I want to do is, you saw the podcast a little bit last time. I think you watched a little bit. So yep. I know you've taken the pledge, but why don't we just go ahead and take the pledge today, right? So repeat after me. I, Mike Finch.
I, Derrick Lyons.
Son of the industry.
Son of the industry.
That powers all other industries.
That powers all other industries.
Will be a proud.
And unapologetic.
Champion of the oil patch.
Champion of the oil patch.
All right, cool, man.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't even know why I had to do that with you. I mean, I know you, dude. You're down for the cause, and so we took the pledge, and that's good. One of the things I wanted to do is maybe just have you talk a little bit about what do you do in the oil industry? How what sort of job do you have? What sort of things do you find yourself doing on a daily basis?
So, I'm a general foreman. So a lot of it's making sure that the crews, get some welding crews together, make sure that they're hooking up the wells. So basically what we do is the drilling rig comes in, they drill the well, and what we do is we come in behind them and we hook up the flow lines, run them back to the facilities, and steam injectors.
So basically any oil field construction stuff, you guys are like, the well gets drilled, and so you guys have all the plans, and they're like, listen, man, we want that oil to go from here to there.
Exactly.
So whether it's pipelines, flow lines, vessels, foundations, the whole night, you guys are doing everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, man, that's incredible, and it's how long you been working in the oil industry?
Been out there since I was 18, 24 now, so right around 6 years.
Wow, okay. And so you're a foreman already.
Yeah.
You must be one of the smart ones.
That's what they say.
You know what, I saw I'm a big meme guy. I love memes because I think they just capture it, But I saw a meme the other day, and it was basically these two guys, and one's holding a newspaper, and they're looking for a job, and one of the guys goes, "Oh yeah, there's a job here for an oil drilling engineer. You start at the top and work your way down." And I thought, man, that's really the essence, I think, because, I work in an office, but it's the guys in the field that they teach me everything.
Definitely.
They teach me everything. I come up with some wing-ding ideas, and they're just like, guys like you're like, it doesn't work that way in the field.
And that's the thing, we get our blueprints, and on paper it looks great. Then you start going out there and you walk the land, and you're like, this land's not perfectly flat like these prints are showing it, And so then you're arguing with the engineers like, no, we can't do this. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So luckily most of the engineers are actually pretty good to work with. They're usually pretty cool about it. But you get a few of those guys who want it done their way, and it's like, it's not going to happen.
It really takes a village, I find. You've got so many, and that's the great thing about the industry is like, I get the perception that people just think that, we're sort of greasy, grimy people and we don't really know much. But I think about the depth of the industry, and I just look at it from the wellhead all the way to the people that are doing the accounting and the legal and all this stuff. And it's like these young kids that are out there today, and I want to talk about this. It's like, talk about an industry that offers so much opportunity. It's like, and the pay. Tell us. So I used to work at a pizza joint, and I knew what it was like to work there. Tell me about some of your first jobs and what you got from those jobs.
So I really only had one other job before the oil fields, and that was working at McDonald's. And
I love Mickey D's, by the way.
I used to, until you work in the industry for a little bit. You kind of see the things that go on. I was like, I'm not a big fan of McDonald's anymore. But going from McDonald's to the oil fields was night and day. First off, the work is a lot harder, obviously, which I actually enjoyed. Second, the benefits and the pay is obviously a lot better. So the company I work for, after your first year, is when you can start getting benefits.
Okay.
Most companies, a lot of companies don't even offer that in other industries.
Yeah.
They'll offer you, health care,
so like full health care,
everything. Yeah. And it's affordable. It's an affordable thing, So they
cover a lot of the cost.
Yeah. They take it out of your check.
So McDonald's was doing that too.
Not that I remember.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess this is the point of it, is that, you know, on one hand, obviously your hourly wage has increased significantly.
Definitely.
But I think what's hidden behind all that is the fact that oil companies, at least my experience has been, is that they have a full healthcare benefit package, right? Which means not only health but dental and vision, and they cover a large portion of that. And so you sort of see this deduction out of your paycheck, right? And it's fairly, I mean, it's not significant, you know. And you think, well, that's a great benefit. And then let's talk about some of the other sort of unknown benefits. What about sort of like retirement stuff? Are there any 401k packages that you guys can...
Actually, so the company I work for, they'll match you up to, I believe it's 4%. So you put in 4%, they'll match you 4%.
Straight up dollar for dollar.
Dollar for dollar. I put in 5%, and then anything after 4% is a 0.5%. So that I put in 5, they match me 4.5%.
Okay.
And I've been doing that for about the last 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
So I got a nice little hefty 401k saved up.
So I'm glad we're talking about this, because I was at your wedding.
Yeah.
And you got married.
Yeah.
Beautiful wife. And I was glad to be there, because I think to myself, a lot of people don't have the opportunity to really not only get married, but sort of feel like, man, you know, I have an opportunity to buy a house, which you got a house too.
Got a house, bought a house, yeah.
And then we've got some good news recently, right?
Yeah.
Which is you found out what?
Gonna be having a baby.
Gonna
little
be having
baby girl.
a baby, yeah. Got some health benefits for that kid, and so yeah, those are good things. You know, the reason I kind of bring this up, and I wanted to have you on here, and I want to get more people involved, is because, you know, this idea that people talk about big oil, and I think to yourself, you know, hi, here we are. We're like real people, you know, big oil. You know, every time you kick oil in the teeth, you're hurting people like us.
Yep.
And you know, with Derrick, he's got a wife now. He's got a child on the way. He's got a great job, and he's got good benefits, and that's a good thing. And so, you know, I just wanted people to know that, you know, that these are real people that you're impacting when you sort of go after the oil companies and stuff. And so, you know, a couple things I wanted to ask you too. What about the younger generation? What do you think we need to do to sort of penetrate that market, to show them that, hey, you know, you don't have to be a PhD to go out and get a good job and have a real life for yourself, you know what I mean? And it's like, so you have any ideas? Do we go to the schools? I mean, how do we do that?
I mean, I definitely think you can go to the schools. I think that's where it starts. You know, first, I think what it is. I think these kids need to realize that big oil isn't a bad thing. You know, these kids, they're being fed this narrative that big oil did this to you. Big oil's the reason why you're not successful. That's not the case at all. You know what I mean? It's like, if anything, big oil is what's made me who I am today. Like you said, I got a house, I got a child on the way, I got a wife. I mean, that's all because of big oil. If it wasn't for big oil, I wouldn't be anywhere I'm at. I mean, this whole Kern County, we flourish off of that. Yeah. You know? And I think we have a different view of things because we're in the industry, and I think when you're being fed this narrative, you know, from the left, you're looking at it as, you know, these
you mean
guys
from this side over
from
here?
This side
Wait
right
a minute.
Here. Yeah.
Is that the left on the camera? Which one's the left side? Anyway, are you the one doing it? That's a yes.
Exactly.
That's a yes.
And that's the problem. You know, is I feel like on the right, you know, the Trump side, we need to get in there, and we need to go and show these children that big oil is not bad. Yeah. That you can have a career in oil and make a lot of money doing it and do a lot of good things.
Yep. I totally agree with you. So anyway, folks, there you have it. You have a young guy here who has done good in the oil industry. He has got a wife, house. He's getting ready to have a kid, and let's go after big oil. Let's go ahead and destroy this guy and his unborn child's life. How about that? No. Hey, Derrick, man, thank you very much. It's a pleasure, and I look forward to talking to you some more.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.